Jordan, close match with Keegan. How pleased is it to be here right now with that first win?
Very pleased. I mean, if you lose your first match, you don't control anything going forward, so you're not out of it. But I thought today might be kind of a tough one. I mean, I knew he's such a good driver of the golf ball that around this place, if he's driving it well, it's going to leave him with quite a few opportunities. And the only fairway he missed today was a hybrid he hit right down the middle and went through the fairway on 10, and then he missed 2. He missed the 15th hole, and that's it wasn't like a pretty match, but when somebody's in position like that every hole, it makes it a little bit challenging mentally for who's playing with, especially when I did not drive it particularly well, as good as I have been. So didn't lead till 16, and once I won 16, and I felt in control there briefly, and the north wind makes the course is designed for the south wind. So when you get the north wind, it's very tricky, and without a whole lot of prep on the course, I only saw the front 9. So I kind of struggled a little on some lines on tees and stuff throughout the back 9, and fortunately still played it a couple under.
13th was halved in 4s.
Yeah, it was. It'll be halved in 4s a lot today, but maybe not the way that ours was. It's weird. It's a 3-wood off the tee, and you just land it just right of the green or short of the green. If you get it in the air, it carries far enough, and then it just goes over and you chip it into the wind. It's an easy hole. And I went to driver because all you have to do is just blow it over the green. But I've never played a shot where I tried to hit it 40 yards past the pin. And I got over it, and instead of just ripping, a high one like Keegan did, I found myself like in a weird spot, like trying to like chip cut it and just high toed it. Like, I don't know, it was an awkward situation where I just wasn't very committed, even though it was the most committed shot you could possibly hit.
I would think in the landing strip area, when you hit one of your better wedges for the day, if you don't mind me saying,
yeah,
that didn't look like walking off that green with a half.
I mean, it looked like I was going to win the hole for a minute. Keegan misjudged a few chips today that helped a bit.
12.
He didn't have many chips. They were really the par 5s and then the short, and then the drivable holes because he hit most of the greens. But if you just get a little tentative with that chip from over the green, it's awfully tilted right at the hole there into the water. And when he didn't fly it onto the green, once he hit it, I thought, this is probably going in the hazard. And Michael had I don't know how, I assume most of the caddies have the numbers from that drop zone, and I know I've hit that shot a few times before, but he was dead on he had cover number on this line and on this line, and it was in the middle of it, and it was easy to commit to that wedge. And then, after Keegan makes his putt, it had been a long time since I'd played a shot, and I got a putt that breaks about that much, and it was a weird hole. And I wouldn't even say that it was like a momentum boost for me, but it wasn't one for him. I certainly got to feel like I stole a little something out of that after my tee shot. But
Kurt.
You had some great putts, like 15 on.
Yeah.
But you were really irritated on 14. You had about a 9-footer.
Yeah.
You describe, because you went left, I think, a little bit. But
yeah, on 14?
Yeah.
It was just, I just misread it really poorly. I'd made really nice putts on 12 and 13 before. They were a little shorter, and I thought, that was my chance to go one up. Right. I wasn't super, upset walking off. I was just more, that was my chance to take control, take the lead, and hit the fairway the next hole and go. And I know he probably felt, I felt momentum over it, and I felt like I hit a good putt, and I was just shocked at how much it broke.
Right. And then starting the 15
was everything for me. That was wind's kind of gusting, blowing. It kind of breaks, then it straightens. You kind of got to get it right onto the crown of the putt.
Right. And
it went right in the middle of the hole, and that was I just didn't make a putt outside of 5-6 feet the whole day, and I felt like I was hitting good ones. And the putt on 15, I felt really good about the finish to the round if I needed to make one coming in after that.
Right. 17, you didn't like your tee shot?
Yeah, no, I thought the pin was actually further back, so I actually ended up okay. I hit a bad first putt, but the wind was supposed to be kind of humming off the right, so I tried to hold something into it, and I just kind of skanked it a little. And I've got to get a lot sharper with. It was really that 9-iron pitching wedge, gap wedge range today that, I feel is a strength of my game, and it was pretty sloppy other than the one approach into 13.
Right. And you feel like you get a lot of momentum since maybe you didn't play your A game?
Yeah, I just kind of had a feeling. I mean, I haven't – my last, I would call real round of golf in a tournament that I played was Sunday of Riviera.
Right.
Given the players was just a mess of the 2 rounds I played. And that's a long time ago. So I felt as if it was the start to the season in a way. Like I felt jittery and like I was going to have to really almost like knock some rust off in a way, even though it's mid-March, which shouldn't be the case. So having said that, I thought, today might be a tougher round, but I think, the more I play, the more you kind of lean on shots you're a little more comfortable with and sharper I should get.
One last one
Sure.
with Rex. Doug, can you just talk us through whatever happened on 16, I believe it was, when Gary came out? I think it had something to do with Keegan getting out of bounds.
Yeah, he hit it, and I could see it go through the bunker and the people get out of the way. I didn't know what was over or down there. I thought it was a hazard, so I was going to hit. And Michael said, hey, I think you should wait in case that's out of bounds. And I said, is it, could it, because he said it could be Keegan's shot again. And he said he thinks that might be out of play. He doesn't remember that being a hazard. Michael said that. So I was getting ready to hit until he said that. And so we called an official, and I was like, Keegan, I'm sorry, I don't want to go out of turn. I could have hit not knowing. And if you think it's in play and you hit and it's out of play, you didn't violate anything and they can't tell you to re-hit it. So I actually would have been okay, but it also really helped to know that he was out of bounds. I changed to a 6-iron short left of the green where I could just pitch it up the green and didn't try and knock it on in 2. But yeah, I just didn't know that. I thought, I could hit a shot onto the green there. If he walks up and it's out of bounds and has to re-hit, I went out of turn, he could tell me to re-hit it. So it was a new one. It's kind of like when 2 guys are the same distance, and we flipped a tee once today, and that doesn't mean necessarily whoever went first was further away technically, but it's okay, and that's not against the rules, and you can't tell them to re-hit it. Doesn't happen in like a Ryder Cup when you got official every hole, but happens in this tournament, I guess.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.